Welcome everybody to our Schengen Story Business Chamber. We've called it, we named it Business Chamber because we're talking strictly business today. We Nigerians in Europe deem it necessary to begin to have think big, add to the European economy if possible, create wealth for our family, for ourselves, and for our community. And there's no better way to do it than to have insight to doing it, know how to go about it, know how to raise funds, mostly, know how to coordinate, harness things together, and create wealth for us, legit wealth. We call it legit wealth because, sad to say, it is known that most times what Africans do when it comes to business is mostly notoriety, things that are not too legit. So, but we're changing that stereotype. We're changing that narrative. And that's why we've brought up this platform to begin to open people's understanding, create a knowledge base where we can know what to do. Sorry, you have to, okay, mute yourself. So I welcome you to this business chamber meeting, Schengen Story Business Chamber. And today is the very first day of the new month, February 2021. It's a beautiful way to start the month, talking business, talking wealth creation, talking a better life for us, because we see beyond. We're not looking at now, we're not looking at the COVID, we're not looking at these situations that could demoralize people, situations that could make people feel very, very sad and boxed to a corner. We're looking at the future. We're looking at a better life for every one of us. So I welcome you all to this beautiful business forum, business chamber. And with us is a friend, a business partner, a collaborator also in the field. He will be talking more. He will be answering more of your questions. So what we're doing today is more like what you call FAQ, frequently asked questions on business, frequently asked questions on entrepreneurship. So in that view, I want to welcome my good friend, my partner from the US, that's Vincent Roman. Vincent Roman, you can unmute yourself and say hi.
Hello, everybody. My name is Vincent. I'm here in Martinsville, Indiana, United States. Pleasure to meet all of you. Hope everyone's doing well.
Thank you. Great.
Thank you very much. It's nice to meet you too. You're welcome.
Thank you. So yes, Schengen Story Media is a company registered here in Europe and has coordinators all over. So what we're trying to do is spread our tentacles and create a family of Africans, Nigerians, all of us under one umbrella, and expressing ourselves, throwing lights into situations, rubbing minds together, bringing up ideas, and putting things the way it should be. So all over Europe, for now, there are some officers here, coordinators. Let me begin with my coordinator in France, and that's Chuma. Mr. Chuma, yeah, that's Chuma from France. Then we also have Victor from Germany. Victor is coming back from work, so he's chewing his mouth because he has to eat dinner. He's just coming back from his place of work.
Pardon me, please. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. No, it's okay. So also we have friends all around. I see Mr. Franklin, okay. I see TechnoSpark 4, and my daughter also from Ireland, Shauna, hoping that other people will come in as we go on. We were not waiting for anybody anyway. So what is the business chamber? What is the Schengen Story Business Chamber Forum? It's a forum where we want to, like I said, discuss how to do legit business. Nigerians and Africans in Europe, they've tried their little best. They've tried in springing up different kinds of enterprises. One thing they do more in Europe is what you call the African shop, where they sell African goods and services. That is not a bad thing, but we want to take it up higher. We want to get into more stronger and more wealth generating entrepreneurial things. Now, who is an entrepreneur? Let me start with that before I hand over to my friend. Who is an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur is a person, an individual, man or woman, that is into a new business, a new way of making money, a new way of livelihood. In most cases, the entrepreneur bears it in mind, the risks involved, but at the end, he enjoys the reward if he sticks to it. It's about being consistent. It's about being staying all the way, hanging on all the way, and the reward of whatever it is you're doing in the business, the reward eventually comes. Entrepreneurs have proved to be successful these days. But one thing that makes any entrepreneur successful is cash, startup fund, money to push the business. And that is one of the things we'll be talking about today. Now, entrepreneurs are growing all around Europe. The Europeans have different entrepreneurs creating things. The African community in Europe needs to get into this. This is the age where so much innovations and creative thinking is moving around. So we need to tap into this, this atmosphere of wealth creating. And one way we can do that is, like I said, also if we can source for fund. Fund is the pillar of any enterprise, any business whatsoever. So today we have that privilege again to hear how we can get into the fundraising business. But before then, I need to say this. This is just coming up spontaneous as I'm talking with you. There are essential skills required if we're going to be entrepreneurs. There are things we need to have in us. There are things we need to put in the back of our mind to be an entrepreneur, to really level up into this new business. They call it ease of doing business. So I'm going to list out some of these things. These are key, and I hope it will help us as the discussion gets along. One of it is being ambitious. An entrepreneur that is really, really ready to get in, that is also ready to face the tough conditions that might arise. An entrepreneur that is ready to persist in the heat of whatever situation is a true entrepreneur. That's a true businessman. The other word they use is businessman, but we are using the word entrepreneur. The other thing, again, is the willingness to learn new things. Willingness to learn new things. The wave in the world is changing. A lot of ideas and business as it is now is not how it used to be before. Things are changing. People are bringing up ease of doing business, patterns, new patterns of doing business, new way of creating wealth for themselves. So the willingness to learn those skills, the willingness to learn those methods and techniques matters as an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur that is not ready to learn is going to be at the pothole of business. You're going to be there and nothing will happen. Nobody, you just be there all the years. We are used to, like I said, in Europe, the Africans are used to this African shop thing. African shop. Well, it is good. We've done well in that aspect. But if you look at it also very deep, we have not done so well as much as the Chinese are doing in most parts of Europe. And that is because most of these African shop dealers and business people don't understand the trick, the real skills of doing business. So we have a situation where people do business and 2-3 years time, they pack up. What most business monitors, people that study the field of doing things, what they say is the African businessman has a lifespan of 5 years. They say, give him 5 years. In 5 years' time, he will pack up. And that's a shame that we actually do like that. We do business 5 years, and few time it's up. Now, that shouldn't be anymore. Business is not one day and next minute pack up. So there are tricks to it. There are skills, there are methods, there are ease of doing business. Our people need to know this so that we can really build our economy, build our community, build our homes and our lives and make it much better. Creativity is another skill required to be an entrepreneur. A creative businessman will do so much. Creativity never ends. Creativity is always flowing. There is so much creativity in the world now. It's up to us to tap from it and harness it to our own good. Confidence, perseverance, courage, risk-taking, all these factors make up good entrepreneur, good businessman. So our people need to hear this. It's sad that whenever we call for meetings like this, a lot of people feel it doesn't concern them, and they complain. They complain, they say things, they make excuses, and eventually nothing is really working. I was talking to a friend, I'm sorry to say this, I was talking to a friend the other day and I said, Nigerians complain of Nigerian affairs inside Nigeria, but outside Nigeria, when in the diaspora, Nigerians are not, yes, we are doing things individually in our little way, but we've not really had that boom effect, that heavy effect of results. So it is time to do this. It is time to create wealth for our community. It is time to leverage on what is on ground and use it to harness businesses. Do legit business. Nigerians are known for notoriety in business. When we're doing anything, we don't have clean spreadsheets. We can't give papers and say, oh yeah, control, check things and see everything is going well, because it's all about notoriety. We want the fast way, boom, 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 I have money, bam. And that takes nobody anywhere. So with these few things I have said, we want to look into an aspect of the ease of doing business. And that aspect is loan. Like I said, business only flourishes with cash, and cash is money. Money moves business. Now, my friends, my partners in the US are into what you call loan giving out, but it's a kind of loan that we need to understand. So if it means us putting ourselves together, collaborating together, like my brother once said, then let's look into that. But we need to first of all understand this loan. The loan is out there. It is for us. When there is loan, it is for us business people. It is for those that want to go into business. So the loan is out there. Now, how can we get it? How can we use it? How can we use it to make ends meet and make productivity in our community? So we're going to listen to our very good friend, Vincent. He will tell us about this loan, how it works, how you can access it, who can access it, who can, and all that. So I'm opening the mic now to Vincent Roma from United States. Vincent, go ahead. It's on you.
Well, hello, everybody, again. Pleasure to be here with you guys. Main goal is today is to just go over some of our services that we provide. Mainly, like we were talking to with Mac here, we have a very high loan that I recommend to international Nigerians. My goal here, guys, is to help the Nigerian community. I'm here in the US. I would just love to help you guys out. That's our main conversation. That's our main focus. So some of the things that we provide are, for example, we can do commercial lending. We have a commercial side. And everybody, if you have a specific question, please go back to Mac and revert that question after this conversation. We coordinate very well together. Straightforward questions. Answers are there the next day or two. So some of the stuff that we do is commercial lending and consulting. What does that mean? Okay, so our services are customized to meet the specific needs for your clients. We process and produce results through the lending institutions that have failed for you. So with our proven track record, we find a way to have certain packages that you have or project packages to be successful, to move forward, to produce. With that being said, we go on to our next topic. We also do mergers, acquisitions, and sales. Do you guys have a specific question or project that you love to bring to life? I think you guys do. So since Seneca has found this, these other mergers and other people that we work with, we can do a wide range of consulting for the actual merging of companies or acquisitions and corporate sales. So with that topic, if you guys have more specific questions on that, I can ask my CEO also, Harold Alger. He's been doing this for 30 years. Again, 30 years, and we closed over 3,000 loans. That's a lot. We usually do this, guys, by cold calling. So with that being said, is we actually get on the phone, contact the client, we get to know them, and I'll use this phrase: integrity and trust is what we believe in Seneca. That means we want to make sure the Nigerians feel comfortable, the community feels comfortable. We want to make sure that we connect with you, we get to know you, and we do our part. That is our goal. Okay. Next topic. We also do debt and financing advising. With that being said, we specialize in debt and financing advising for commercial mortgage brokers. With this being said, you know, we can get more on topic in that later on in another conversation. That means we can give you advice, we can give you quotes, we can give you everything you need in that department as long as we get the right paperwork to go through. That means, guys, if you have something that you need to be refinanced for a project, or if you need something that's going to need advising, we're here to do that. We want the Nigerian businesses to grow. Okay, that's what we want to do. We want to help you. And last but not least, my favorite is the stock loans. Mac and I have talked about this briefly for a while. What we can do is, well, let's pull up my, Mac, can you pull up the website for everybody?
Yes, the website is there for everybody to see. Okay, maybe I should just go in and put it up there again. Okay, so.
Okay, first question is, what is a stock loan? Okay, a stock loan is a form of debt which shares multiply features with risk for an investment. So that means you're using your assets or a specific stock issued by your business as collateral against a loan. So that doesn't just mean you're using just the stock. You can also do it with bonds. We're able to use bonds as well, as long as the paperwork makes sense. That's all we ask. So the terms for this, if you hold on one second. we're going to go to our webpage.
I'm there already. Can't you see it?
Okay.
It's
Okay.
yes.
Just one second, guys. I like to make sure that we're all on the same page, Mac. And the reason why I'm doing this, guys, is so it's a little bit easier for you guys to take a look at and know exactly what I'm saying is transparent for you, and also easier to understand and use. So if we go to services, it explains again our commercial lending side, merger acquisitions and sales, our debt financing. A little brief description. Now, if we go to our products and resources, it specifically talks about our stock loans. Okay, our loans range from 1 million to 500 million and up. This means including restricted stock loans or options that are available for you. There's also a flyer for you guys to review that. With that being said, we offer plethora of products for public companies in the world in need of higher services for their financial requests. We offer stock sales, stock block sales, asset lines of credit, security lines of credit as well. Now, if there's specific questions, like I said, about any of these sections, please reach out to Mac. We can go over that as well. As I believe we had a question last group, the terms for these loans are between 12 and 36 months for a stock loan. Let's see here. All of our stock loans are fully non-recourse. We do not need any personal tax returns or the credit review, personal income, personal guarantees, or application fees. So we have none of that for a stock loan. And origination fees are between 3 and 5%. So with that being said, guys, that's a very, very big opportunity for public companies in the Nigerian-based company. If you guys have a company out there that has a stock loan or has stock company that wants to have a stock loan, we can take a look at that. We do work with the Johannesburg Exchange. And as Matt can provide for you as well, we have a list of exchanges that we work with as well, not just the Johannesburg. We also work with a lot of the Europe. We work with a lot with the Africans. We work a lot with around the world, pretty much. So with this being said, like I said before, all the loans are non-recourse. If the borrower walks away, the collateral is cured. So that means the loan is actually in the securities. So with that being said, if you guys have any more questions, just please contact Mac. There is more details on our website, more details. Please take a look at that. We also have a specific flow chart which shows you in detail exactly how we do the stock loan. You could go on our webpage and take a look at that. You hit the download button and it shows you exactly how we do that in detail. So Mac, that is all I have to say, sir.
Thank you very much. That's Mr. Vincent Roma from Sinaka Mortgages. And what I want us to do, Mr. Vincent, is let's have the questions here and you answer them. So I'm open to you. Those of us are interested to know more. Put out your questions and Mr. Vincent will probably put more light to it. So if you have your questions, just put it up, raise your hands and we can open you up to ask the question. Yes. So while we wait for you to figure out your questions, like I said, we want to change the narrative. We want to bring good. We want to bring in. We want the Nigerian community in Europe to live up to some real high expectations and grow and create wealth. And it's for our future. It's for our life. It's for our families. It's for our good. So the only way we can do this, like we said, is cash, raise money, go into something legitimate, do something and create change, create wealth and change the narrative. Yes, go ahead. There's a hand going up here, Mr. Francis Emeribe. Mr. Francis, go ahead, unmute your phone. Yes, Vincent, I hope you're there.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Mr. Francis is trying to ask something. Mr. Francis, go ahead, sir. You need to unmute the, okay. It's still not, okay, better.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. How are you doing?
Good evening, and my name is Francis Emeribe.
Yes, sir.
Hi,
You're
Francis.
welcome.
I would like you to explain or throw more light on what you mean by stock loan.
Okay. So as Matt provided for you, as I sent to him, we have a process called stock loans. And what that means is we take a asset or a stock from a company, the asset, and we use that for a loan. We use those to produce a loan. So if you take a look at our website, Mac, if you wouldn't mind pulling it up for him,
Okay.
Mr. Francis.
Yes, I'm going to do that right away.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to go to our products and resources.
Product and resources. Okay.
Okay. So first off, all of our stocks, yet again, are fully non-recourse and they're structured. Okay. With that being said, there's no recourse at all for the loan. The stock loan is where you take a percent of your assets and you use it in a loan. So what I mean by that is it's a form of debt which shares multiply features with risk investments. It's a stock issued by your business as a collateral against a loan. Just like other loans, it earns interest and grants controls of shares to lenders until the loan is paid off. All documented contracts and loan agreements are bonds. I hope that explained a little bit to you about what a stock loan does and what it is. We also have on our page in detail how we do that, how we produce the loan, what's the qualifications, what we need from you. So for example, if you had a certain stock ticker, it's called a stock title for the stock itself, we would take a look at it on a resource base, seeing if they would qualify. Now, the qualifications are the stock must be between $2 to $5 if they're international per share. Now, if it's anything lower than that, then we cannot accept that. Now, if you take a look at our page, it talks about in detail on our forms, the stock loan forms, which it tells you right there. They're both domestic and international stock loans are available. They're very attractive rates, which means we're probably one out of a million different companies that provide these services. We like to make sure that we get the best loan for you on that stock loan. We want to make sure that we take care of you, that you know that we have the right information from you to make sure that we produce the right loan so it can be productive for you. With that being said, the minimum trade volume for that specific stock, for that specific part, the trade volume must be $50,000 over the past 60 days. The minimum lending amount would be about 1 million, and maximum lending amount would be about 500 million. So the LTV would also be between 40 to 85%, depending on the analysis of the asset. So if your assets are doing very, very well, you're part of that stock exchange, or part of that company produces the stock itself, or have your assets that are that large, between $50,000 per day over the past 60 days and up, we can work with that. Like I said, there's no personal tax returns, no credit reviews, no personal income, no personal guarantee application fees, nothing like that at all, if we're doing a loan. The non-title and title transfer is also available. So the terms, like I said before, guys, is between 12 to 36 months, and our origination fee is between 3 and 5%. I hope that's a little bit helpful for you, sir.
Yes. In a simple term, Mr. Francis, in a more simplified breakdown, let me say it's the stock loan is you can acquire a stock loan if you have a stock. So it is the stock that you have that is used to get the loan. I don't know if this explains it in a more simpler way.
In other words, the stock is the collateral. Did you hear me?
Say it again.
I say, in other words, the stock is the collateral for the loan.
That's it. Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Well,
very good, sir. That's it. Simple. That's just all the American big grammar the man is saying. Okay, Vincent, are you still there? Dr. Ike is raising his hands. Dr. Ike, go ahead. Unmute your phone.
Yeah, can you hear me, Mr. Francis? Good evening.
Yes, we can.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, thanks for the presentation. I joined a bit late, so I might have missed one or two things, and maybe my question has already been answered. And some of the things you already mentioned are taking care of 2 or 3 questions I had. So I'll just go straight to the other one. On the stock, I had your colleague, sorry, I just forgot the name, mentioned Vincent here. He said something about with regards to the stock loan, he mentioned the bonds, right? I just want to find out what are the other options there that fall under the stock? Is it just bond? Can you use like properties and stuff like that? That's number one question. And then number two is I didn't get the interest, the rates. Maybe I missed it, but is there, or is it dependent on the value that you're looking out for, or is there a fixed rate? Thank you.
So, Doctor, to answer your question, the fixed interest rate is between 1.9 to 5%, depending on the review and the risk. And the terms are between 12 to 36 months. Now, to answer your question about the bonds, I would love to go over that with more detail with my CEO, Harold Alger, and Mac. If you have any other specific questions, go ahead and send those to Mac so I can forward those to my CEO, Harold Alger.
Okay. Yes, there are questions coming in. Vincent, there's somebody asking, are you already working in Africa, Nigeria? And what is your investment guarantee request? What is your investment guarantee request? Are you already working in Africa?
From my understanding, we have a couple private other companies that we have worked in there, from my understanding. not to deal with stock loans, but other companies, other projects per se. So to answer that question, yes, we have a couple that we are privately working with.
So, and what's your investment guarantee request?
If you don't mind me asking, Matt, can you elaborate what they mean by that question?
Yes, investment guarantee request. Honorable Matthew, oh, yes, you can mute and yes, explain more what you're trying to say.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Vincent. Thanks for coming around. Thanks for your presentation too.
Thank you.
Yes, if I may expand on the question I wrote there. You said a couple, because I think one supposed, how do I put it? It should be a ground one knows to think of investing. So I wanted to know if you're actually working in Africa, or is it a trial period? That you may expand more in your answer. Then on the investment guarantee request means for each investment, yeah, on the issue of stock, we have said, you said it is the stock that serves as the guarantee. For the other forms of loan, as you mentioned here, merger, acquisition and sell, if one wants to invest in these forms of engagement, what is the economic security that you expect? That's when I talk of investment guarantees request. What is the what is the economic security you expect to be able to loan out or to do the services? I've had more of what do you call it, advisory, debt financing advisory, advising. Okay. I know too, this is a project that most time asks some percentage of the main project proper. If you may expand a little more on how you engage in advising in project. Thank you.
Okay. To answer that more in depth, we're going to have another conversation personally with you, Mac, and my CEO to carry that conversation, if that's all right with you. He has more details in that area.
Okay.
Okay.
And Mark, you better organize for that, please.
Okay. I'll take note of that. Okay. Thank you very much. Everybody's speaking input. So, do we still have more questions? Anybody with any question?
I don't have a question, guys, but I have a statement.
Go ahead.
Okay. I want to thank you guys for giving me a wonderful opportunity to work with you. I just want the Nigerian community to grow together. And I would love to provide our services, each and every one of you, if I may. Like I said, if you have specific questions, again, I have to emphasize this. I've been working with Mac for a while now. He's a good friend of mine. He's been hardworking, and he's a good guy. So if you guys have any really, really important questions, or you just have a general question about our services, take a look at our website first. I must emphasize that. Take a look at that. It explains more in detail on there.
Okay.
If you have any other questions, please contact Mac. He
Yes.
is my direct contact.
Okay, Vincent, let's also hear one more from Mr. Francis. Mr. Francis at Mary Bay. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes,
Mr.
loud and
Francis.
clear.
Okay, the whole questions will not be fielded now.
Yes. That's
Maybe provide a link where we will digest this more and put out our questions in writing.
okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
That's very good. Yes, we will do that. So we will obviously reconvene again and probably you come with your questions before then, or you send them to me, then he will just come and lay them out, throw lights on it, if possible.
Okay.
So yes, in the absence of nothing again, this is it. We want to take over Yes, we want to take over. We want to go into big time business plans and really bring something productive and something tangible in our community in Europe. So this is it. This starts it. A lot of other things will be springing up. A lot of other ideas and ways to get money, source of fund, because the fund is what matters. Without fund, a businessman is like a car without tires. So my eyes are on ground to see what I can do for my people, to see what we can do and change the narrative in Europe, change what they think about us and build big time businesses. We're not exaggerating, we're not joking, it's serious. It's really, really serious. And the space is open. The space is open. Nigerians can do much more if given those opportunities. So we'll be looking at more places too, more ways of raising funds, more places where we can get backups and support, and let's do this. So with that being said, I don't want to take your time. It's a short business meeting. We'll obviously come back again and tell your friends, tell your people, those that want to do something. As it is now, you all can see that our country is in shambles, needs help. So we can, this is where we can begin to harness that help, make something for ourselves. So with that being said, I want to thank you for coming. Schengen Story, Business Chamber, and we hope to continue like this, talking business. So till next time, I say thank you. Thank you, Dr. Ike. Thank you, Mr. Francis Emeribe. Thank you, Honorable Ogaraku Matthew. Thank you. Lara, Top Lady is here. Lara didn't say anything. Lara, you're there and you're not saying anything. Okay, thank you, Mr. Honorable Victor, my very good friend.
One more thing.
Sir,
Thank you so much.
yes.
One more thing.
One more
Can you hear
question.
me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I was not there when you started. I missed your introduction.
Yes, sir.
Your name.
My name is Mark Godwin Iweajunwa from Nigeria. Yes, Mark Godwin Iweajunwa. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mark Godwin Iweajunwa.
Thank you.
So we will come again, and by the grace of God, will more insight and more things will be brought in. So thank you very much. Have a beautiful night. See you next time.
Okay, good night.
Yes, au revoir.
Yeah.
So, and remember, we have our town hall meeting on Saturday, where we'll be meeting with some political personalities in Europe, discussing issues that also affect us from another angle. So hope to see you on Saturday, 7 o'clock, and thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Nothing back. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Laura, I'll call you now. I need to talk to you.
Okay.
Yes, I'll call you.
I'll be waiting.